What's happening, y'all? This is Andrew from Mirror Music 99, and I want to tell a secret to you. When Coop talks all the time on our regular podcast about the greatest hip hop songs of all time, and we've done episodes about many of them now. He lists Cream and Fight the Power and Nothing But a G Thing and I'll Be There For You and Award Tour, but he always lists this song too, They Reminisce Over You, by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Now, I have to get on here and confess that I don't know that song, or at least I don't know it by the title. So I'm going to play it and do a reaction to it, because if he thinks that it's one of the most important songs in hip hop history, it's a song that I need to be familiar with. And it may very well be the case that I turn it on and I'll be like, oh yeah, I have heard that before. But I don't know. We'll see what comes out. It is my responsibility, both as an educator and as somebody who dares to come onto this space and talk about hip hop music, or at least what I notice about hip hop songs, to learn about the correct and the correct things and the touchstones in history. So this is "They Reminisce Over You" by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Let's see what we got. It's a guitar. And a train whistle? Yeah, a train whistle too. Ooh. And a saxophone. Dude, I love the building of that. It's got like 4 or 5 different parts already. It's got the guitar, a little introduction, then it cuts out and got the saxophone. But I don't know if this is like old school beat making. I hear Pete Rock talked about a lot when they say they want Nas to do old school kind of Illmatic style stuff. Did he do stuff on Illmatic too? You guys gotta help me with my history. I want to make sure that I have my history correct. I just remember hearing his name in relation to those things. But it feels like he's layering, right? He's got this, and then he's adding this and this and this. So it's building it up to the where he comes in with the lyrics. Keep it on track. The birth of a child on the 8th of October. A toast when my granddaddy came sober. Count all the fingers and the toes. Now I suppose you hope the little black boy grows. Oh, so this would have been, I mean, I know Rakim did a few years before that, but this feels like that kind of flow, where it's rhyming mostly at the end of the lines, but you're starting seeing some rhymes start sneaking into the middle of the lines too. Years younger than my mama, but I really got beatings with the girl of trauma. In single parenthood, there I stood. By the time she was 21, had another one. This one's a girl. Let's name her Pam. Same father as the first, but you don't give a damn. So this is a story. Papa said chill, but the brother keep winking. Still he won't down you, but tear out your hide. On your side while the baby make a slide. The mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After 10 years without no spouse. That was an interesting way to do that rhyme too. It kind of is one of those times where we talk about sometimes in songs where the rhyming sound isn't what you think it is. Tear out your hide on your side while the baby make a slide. The mama got wise to the game. The youngest of 5 kids, hun, here it is. After he rhymes kids and is there instead of the 5, and like he's rhyming not what you would think of as the normal end of the line, which is cool. It's interesting. 10 years without no spouse. Mama's getting married in the house. Listen, positive over negative for the woman a master. Mother Queen's rise in the chapter. Deja vu, tell you what I'm gonna do when they reminisce over you, my God. Ooh. This is another one of those. It feels like maybe this is not where Nas gets it from originally, but Nas, I know, has a lot of songs like this where there's not a hook like you would think of in a Beatles song or even an Outkast song in most of those, where there's like a specific hook chorus kind of that they come back to over and over again. This is more like has a tagline at the end of the verse, "They reminisce over you," that it comes back to. So it's
to my mind, to my ear, that doesn't count as a chorus, really. It's more, I guess, if you're talking about it in poetic terms, it's more of a refrain, um, which, um, I mean, sometimes in music, those two words are used, refrain and chorus, are used interchangeably, but refrain tends to mean like a repeated line, which is what this is. I love that saxophone line.
Yeah, so lovely. That's how we like to do it in the 90s. When I think back, I recall a man off the family tree. My right hand, Papa Doc, I see. Took me from a boy to a man, so I always had a father when my biological didn't bother. Taking care.
Okay, so he has always got a father. I mean, so he's telling the story of his life, I guess. You guys are also going to have to help me out with this too. Which of the two, Pete Rock or CL Smooth, is the actual MC in this song? Is it? Actually, I'm not even going to speculate. I don't know. Please tell me though.
So who am I to pick up? Not a bad tinker, but I'm clocking Pop's liver. But you can never say that his life is through. 5 kids at 21, believe he got a right to. Here we go while I check the scene with the Portuguese lover at the age of 14.
Wow.
The same age, front page, no fuss. But I bet you all you know they live longer than us. Never been seen now, that's where you're wrong. But give the man a taste and he's gone. Nodding off sleep to a jazz tune. I can hear his head banging on the wall in the next room. I get the
Wow. Hear his head banging on the wall in the next room. I mean, and I love that line. Again, this is the first time I've ever heard the song. I can confirm at this point that I've never heard this before, but that can mean lots of things. I mean, in 1992, in rock and roll world, headbanging is like this, right? That's not what he means. Obviously, it could mean like a sexual thing, like his head's banging against the or making the bed frame bang against the wall. But given the story that he's telling, it also can refer, I think, to like banging your head against the wall, like in a metaphorical sense, like trying and trying and trying and trying something and not being able to break through, right?
hello, and hope I don't wake him. But this man, the cuss, hear it all in verbatim. Telling me how to raise my boy unless he's taking over. I said, Pop, maybe when you're older. We laughed all night about the hookers at the party. My old man standing yelling, good God Almighty. Use your condom, take sips of the brew. When they reminisce over you, for real. Like that.
So I'm gonna have to think. This is a very lyrically intense song, obviously, both in the subject matter and in the story that's being told, and in like there's just a lot of words in a compressed amount of space, and very little of it is repeated, except for that tagline. So it's a song that I'm going to have to listen to many times to like really get a good handle on. To reminisce over someone is to remember them after they died, usually. I mean, that's usually, or to think about them after they're gone from your life, one or the other. Um, and so maybe you guys help me out with this too. Is he like talking about his life story and like these, as in like these are the kind of stories they're going to tell about me when I'm gone? Is that, am I anywhere close to being on base here?
I reminisce so you never forget this. The days are way back, so many bear witness the fitness. Take the first letter out of each word in this joint. Listen close as I prove my point. T to the R-O-Y, how did you and I meet in front of Big Blues fighting in the street? But only you saw what took many time to see. I dedicate this to you for believing in me. Rain or shine, yes in any weather. My grandma Pam holds the family together. My Uncle Doc's the greatest, better get the latest. If we're talking about a car, Uncle Sterling got the latest. I strive to be live cause I got no choice. And run my own business like my Aunt Joyce. So Pete Rock hit me, enough respect to when they reminisce over you. Listen.
He says Pete Rock hit me, so I'm assuming it's CL Smooth that's doing the actual MCing, and when they reminisce over you. So it really does. I mean, my touchstone here is like is Slick Rick, right? I mean, I don't know if this is who he's pulling from, but the story that he's telling, the style of storytelling, feels very much in that kind of vein to me. obviously I do not have a ton of context for this, but I guess I'm just on here to tell you what I hear, and but also I'm on here because I want y'all to help me understand too. Again, because one of my best friends and somebody that you're probably on this channel to start with, because he is the like co-owner of Mirror Music, who um, says this is one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. So it's my responsibility to educate myself. Is there more to this, or is he just gonna play it out now? Yeah, I'm just playing it out now. So I guess what I have left to do really is to speculate. I mean, I like the song. I do. I love the saxophone riff. I love how it changes up at the very beginning. I love the rhyming patterns he's got going on in it. Um, Rakim's Eric B and Rakim's records were what, like 87, 88, 89, like that kind of, like the Follow the Leader and I've lost the name of the other one. I'm sorry. The President's one. The I have been told that that's where the rhyme style changes. Rakim is one of, if not the originator of doing not just rhymes at the end of the lines, but like mixing them in throughout the lines. This is definitely one of those kind of songs too, where you're starting to see some of the weaving in here. I'm going to speculate that Coop calls this one of the best hip hop songs that's ever been, because it feels like a transition point, right, between the KRS and Slick Rick and Rakim kind of stuff, and what becomes Nas and what becomes Biggie and what becomes Jay and all of those guys too. Like it feels like an inflection point. I mean, the story is excellent, though I'll have to like listen to the song more closely and actually look at the lyrics in front of me to be able to, you know, to really be able to focus in on the story. But I'm guessing those are the reasons that he thinks it's one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. I think it's a great song too. But I look forward to y'all coming in the comments and him coming maybe even in the comments too, and texting me later and helping me fill in the gaps of my knowledge. So thanks for listening, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.